2002, and before social media was a thing, before you could get online and look and see who had won it, everybody knows our guest here today is a returning state champion, and he's looking to climb the podium for a second time. If you would, introduce yourself.
Tyler Baldwin, wrestler for Woodford County, graduated 2002, two-time state champion. Once again here, talking about these matches that are going on and a lot of hard-fought battles. I mean, wrestling's not an easy sport.
No.
So to be on the top of the podium 2 times, I can look back now and say that I put in a lot of hard work.
And 2001, 112-pound state champion, Woodford County. 2002, you're in the 119-pound weight class, and we've already kind of spoiled it. Yes, you win it again, but let's talk about it real quick. Before, like I alluded earlier, before you had, message boards, before you had track wrestling, before you had Flow, you had all these social medias where you could look on, and see who had won what, who was going where, or whatever. When you walked into a gym, people knew who you were. They knew Woodford County's going to be here, and they pretty much knew, especially in Kentucky, that you're a returning state champion. So, did you, before the season started, or during season, how did it work out? You knew you were going to have to go 119 pounds.
Well, it's kind of, like I said, we always try to put people in places to win a state title.
Okay.
A team state title.
Right.
If I had to bump up, I had to bump up. If I had to cut weight, I'd cut weight.
Right.
It just wherever I was needed and who fit better where.
I got you. Now, were you 119 pounds all season, or was just...
I was 119 all season
okay.
year, yeah.
Now,
I pretty much, once I went to a weight class, I stayed at the weight class.
I got you. And I love asking this question. When you walked into a gym, whether it was your WCI or wherever you was at, and people knew you were a returning state champion, Mike Tyson's in the house. The champ's in the building. As John Cena was...
I wouldn't say Mike Tyson.
Yeah, come on now. As John Cena says, the champ is here.
Yeah.
When people got up, went on the mat, did you feel like you were getting everybody's best shot, or was it, they were intimidated, or how do you feel that played out?
No, absolutely. I mean, it's you're getting everybody's best shot. It's like they talk about Kentucky basketball.
Right.
You're going to get everybody's best shot. I mean, everybody's going to give it their all against you, and you've got to be prepared for it, because you can't sit back and say, this is just some guy from somewhere and all this.
Some no-name wrestler,
Some
right?
no-name wrestler.
Some no-name wrestler from some no-name school.
If you would, but you can't sit back and be like a daisy, because you can get caught and get stuck in a matter of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and we've said it in other videos, guys that there's state champs and there's state chumps.
Yeah.
And no matter what level it is, when you're wrestling the state champion, everybody wants to be able to say, they beat the state champ. They got a takedown. They, whatever. Even got an escape point. You may let them up, and they can sit around for years handing their grandkids Werther's originals. Granddad got an escape on a 2-time state champion, or granddad done this.
You can be on both sides of it. You can say, I have to wrestle a state champ, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Or you can say, I get to wrestle a state champ and I'm going to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever mentality you have going into that match.
Yeah.
That determines the outcome.
And of course, also in that room, in the Woodford County room, you had Eric Slugans was a returning state champion. A couple other guys on the team that had won state championships. So you had a pretty competitive room.
Oh yeah.
And you had guys that maybe made it to the state finals, but didn't get the outcome that they want. But still, nonetheless, I mean, Woodford County was still Woodford County. Mm-hmm. It was, you sell that. You guys had the big hoods, the big druid hoods,
the gis.
The gis wearing the karate belts and all that kind of stuff. So it was, Woodford County is a brand. Everybody in the state knows it. Everybody knows, Woodford is maybe not now because Union County's took over the team title, but I would have to say that Woodford probably has the deepest tradition, the deepest dynasty background, if you will, of Kentucky wrestling, because everybody knows Coach Parks, Coach Carr, all the guys that come before, all the JoJo, Ian, Josh Whitakers, Chris Dunn's, guys like that come, Josh Campbell's guys that come along. Michael Jackson's that come along and force, okay, we're Woodford, you're going to have to deal with us one way or the other. So you wrestled in 2001. KHSAA had districts, regions, then state. You had 8 districts, 4 regions, state tournament. That was your junior year. Senior year, and there was a 2-day state tournament, by the way. That will come in handy just in a second. Your senior year, KHSAA Board of Control, everybody realigns the regions. They do away with districts. So now it's just 8 regions. And the state becomes a 32-man bracket, a 3-day event.
Yep. Kind
of walk us through the mindset of having to be on your game for 3, having so much downtime. 3 days worth of wrestling. Kind of walk us through that.
I just plan on winning and not being in wrestlebacks.
Okay.
But no, it was a huge change. Now you've got to make weight every day.
That was another.
And you get a pound allowance.
Yep.
But the year before, my junior year, and I don't know if I want to blame this on myself or Nick, but I'm pretty sure when we were at 112, that second day they did a weigh-in, and we were around 140-ish.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because that had been a rumor for years.
Yeah.
Is that the 2000?
We started that.
It was the lighter weights in 2001 got like spot checked or whatever, and you were one of the names I'd heard for years that was like 140 some pounds.
Like 146.
Wrestling like 112. I'm glad. I feel like a burden's been, because people had said that off camera for years.
That also goes back to the work I put into making weight.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's no question. And Nick saying he was 112 pounds. I don't know. I think the scales might have been off on that one, but I'm glad that we finally was able to clear the air on that. But then went back to a 3-day weigh-in.
Yeah.
A 3 legitimate weigh-in.
You got 2 pounds in December around WCI, right. And then you got another pound every day for state. So.
And also, I'm just saying, as a referee, I know this happens. Regions coming up, the kid may be overweight, and there might be a little bit of snow on the ground. If there's no school, guess what? Everybody at that tournament gets an extra pound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's been a few times that you're like, I don't know why this school called off, and then you come and find out maybe a wrestler or something had, couldn't make it to practice, and everybody gets an extra pound.
Gotcha.
So you're getting a little bit extra weight. So there's some old coaching tricks there. But let's go over your bracket real quick. Now, of course, you win the region. You remember who you wrestled in the regional finals?
I believe it was a guy from Franklin County.
Okay. It
actually put me on my back.
Really?
Yeah.
My
goodness. It was in the Frankfurt newspaper.
No kidding.
Yeah.
We need to. If you have a copy of that, send it to us. Now, the first round of and I want you to kind of walk us through, if you remember, was this match on Thursday, Friday?
The first 2 matches would have been Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, because you'll get 2 matches Thursday, and if you win, then you do quarters and semis on Friday, and then finals are on Saturday.
Okay. So. First round, you're wrestling Greg Taylor from Louisville Ballard. You win that by a fall. And it says a minute. It's either a minute 18 or a minute 28. I can't tell because this is not the best. The copy is not the best. You go on to the second round. You're wrestling Michael Polston from Danville. You win that in a fall by 3 minutes or 3 minutes 55 seconds. So right there, going almost at the end of the second period.
Yep. You
get to the semis, and you're wrestling Eric Barr from Trinity.
Oh.
And you win that by a 6-2 decision.
Yeah, he snuck up on me.
That's what I was going to say. So you've had two pins in your first 2 matches, your quarterfinals. You're like, whoa. Now, had you wrestled Eric?
Not to my knowledge at all, no.
Okay.
I think he came out of nowhere, just kind of like Nick said, from no name coming out of nowhere. But that's what happens. He may have dropped a weight class. He may have bumped up. I don't know. He was tough. Not taking anything away from him. I was sick, hurt during the whole state tournament, but it is what it is. You still got to battle through it.
Right,
but he surprised the crap out of me. I mean, that was all I could do to win that match. I think I threw up in the middle of it
a couple
times, but he was tough. He ended up getting 3rd that year.
Really?
Yeah.
I see a market for T-shirts now. As you're noticing, he's wearing the Woodford County trademark, Woodford County with the belly to back suplex. I think you need to get one that says no name school on it.
I'll do that for Nick.
And send it to Nick, and autograph it, or what, put like your photo of you like on the podium, or screen printed on there and send it to him.
I'll do something special for you.
No name you is the name of it.
No Name University.
Yeah, No Name You. When I got to referee the state tournament 2020, I've said this in other videos, but you said it again. I want to, maybe somebody's not watched that video. There's a couple of the senior referees come up to me and was like, they play the music, to the jungle, or Inner Sandman, whatever it was. We're starting the quarterfinal round. And they come up and they's like, these are going to be the hardest matches you have all tournament. Your quarterfinals, your quarters and semis, as an official, are, because my finals match, it was a 7-2. It was never in doubt. It really wasn't. The quarters and semis, you was like, whoa, this is something,
tight knit. People are trying to advance.
This is, this. You talk about a blood round. The quarters is an absolute blood round. So you win by a 6-2 decision, and that puts you in the semifinals against Justin. Help me with the last name.
Callaway from Eastern.
From Louisville Eastern, and you win that. Now check this: you won a 6-2 decision in the quarters, but you win a minute 14 pin. Yeah. So I guess you were dialed in.
He put himself in a bad position, and I stuck him. Mm-hmm. So.
And get to the finals, you're wrestling Brandon Worth from Louisville St. Xavier. I had you wrestle Brandon before.
Yeah. I wrestled him and his brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
His brother's Matt. Yeah, I wrestled him at South Oldham tournament the year before that.
All right. And was that in the same season, I guess?
No, different seasons.
Okay.
So, but I wrestled Brandon at the South Oldham tournament.
Okay.
And majored him.
Really?
Yeah. But, like I said, the same thing I did with my opponents in my junior year. People come back, they figure out the problem, they solve it, they work on it. He came back, senior year finals, he took me to the test. I made a few bad decisions, but, he brought it to me. So
now, was he the guy that you looked when the bracket come out and you saw you're on the bottom half, look at the top half, was he the guy you thought was going to come out?
There was...
Let's go over some of the names here real quick.
There was really nobody I was afraid of.
Derek Whitaker, PRP, Daniel Sanders from Hoptown, or Derek Sparks, I'm sorry. Let's see.
Hadn't wrestled any of them all year. So that could have been a wrestler that I'd never wrestled.
Chris Perry.
Chris Perry ended up being a state champion. He actually came to me in the Woodford Stands the year after this and was talking to me because he was in the state finals the next year.
Mm-hmm. Against Nick.
Yep.
And I also had Zane Burt from Johnson was on there. Chris, his 2004 video is on the channel. Shout out Chris. Got to meet Chris for the first time down there. We done the Christian County Hoptown session, and excellent guy. Hoptown Fire Department. Chris wrestled Nick Chafin, who you guys saw Tyler wrestle in 2,319 pounds. You talk about guys that don't look like they should be 119 pounds. There's no way.
I don't get it.
There is no, even though they weighed in, there is no way those guys weighed 119 pounds on that finals. But then Chris goes on in 2004 and wins it. And Chris said that he actually was in the state weightlifting competition. He had for his weight, he had the bench press record, deadlift, squat. He had all the weightlifting records. I can see it.
I believe it.
I can 100% see it.
And that's the thing. You get all the Eastern Kentucky guys coming up, Wayne counties, Christian counties, all them stuff. They want to do those double unders and try to throw you and do all that. That's one thing I was never scared of, going upper body. It didn't bother me a bit. Mm-hmm. I either knew how to throw or I knew how to back out of it and throw defense towards it. But those were very tough guys that were all, like you said, in my brackets. But I just never got a chance to wrestle. Yeah. And so, it's just one of those things where you meet up at the right time or you don't meet up, and you'll never know. And
was there, of course, in 2002, Woodford's 112 pounds, what was his name again? I'm sorry.
Buell.
He was in the finals. Was there?
With Billy Clark.
Yeah. You guys can't see. You'll see it just in a second. But there's a great still here that we're looking at of Billy Clark and
Ethan Buell
looking at each other before they're at the face-off. Was there any talk of maybe you going down and wrestling Billy, or
No, Ethan was there for a reason. Me and Ethan were wrestling partners, and he got mad because I beat on him so hard, but he knew that I was doing it for a reason.
right?
It's what the older guys did to me,
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he got to the finals. He got beat by a very, very good wrestler.
And you actually led me perfect into my next. Yeah. To me, and I don't hurt anybody's feelings, but the conversation for the best one-time state champions in Kentucky history, to me, are as follows in no particular order. 2002, Billy Clark from Sheldon Clark Tech Fold in the state finals. George King from Union County, 2000, 171-pound state champion.
That man's a beast.
He's a monster. George, this past weekend, he went into the Union County Hall of Fame, rightly deserved. And Max Androni from Woodford County, 2017. Because Max, he ran into Jordan Blanton in the 2015 finals. Max won it in 2017. And I think, I've not done all my research yet, but I think he has the most points scored in the state finals, 28-13. He just take down, let up, take down, let up. I mean, he wasn't even close.
He was a monster.
So
he still is.
Yes, and we're going to get with Max. It's just getting everything lined out, getting a date lined out, because I definitely want to get him on the channel and give him the recognition he deserves. Like I said, in my opinion, one of the three best one-time Kentucky State champions that ever been that's ever come through. And before we get to
you gotta throw John Gentry in that conversation.
Like in Tyler's 2001 video, we have some memorabilia we're going to show you, some trophies and plaques. So we're going to get them out. We'll see you guys there. Now, when you win a state championship, you get all kind of cool hardware. And we got some really nice plaques and some medal stuff we're going to show you. The first one is the Woodford County High School Varsity Wrestling 30-match winner. It says your record again this year. You had 37 wins. You remember your record by chance that year?
37-1. I lost out of state to Tennessee.
Did you really?
Yep.
My goodness, so 37-1. That's a pretty good record. Then it's got you have a really nice plaque here with your, let me get it close to the camera. You guys see a photo of it. It says Tyler Baldwin, 2002 Kentucky High School State Wrestling Champion, Woodford County High School. That's so neat the way that you've got that. And what else do you have, bub?
That's just a plaque from the school that provided us a picture of me in my finals match with Brandon Worth.
Now that's these are cool as well to have, and it's cool that Woodford County. Of course, back then they were having to make a bunch of these every year. They were having to.
They made a lot of them.
Have an assembly line. I know Chris Dunn brought his out. Yours, I think Ian had some of his. A couple other guys have showed them off the top of my head. I can't remember right now.
These are just plaques. Imagine if we rolled out our medals.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's it's cool though that schools take a lot of pride, and Woodford County took a lot of pride in their wrestling, and it's cool that you was able to get those. So we'll hand yours back to you. Now, has it been a while since you've seen your 2002 match?
I've actually seen it here in the past couple of years. Heath Chafin sent it to me.
Oh, did he?
So I watched it. I've dissected it. It is what it is.
I got you. Well, all right.
Like I said, you can go from wrestling a guy and having some kind of dominance over top of them, you think, and then they fix what they've got to do, and then they come and they wrestle a good match.
That's a good tease. We're gonna get our computer set up here, and we'll see you guys under the lights in Frankfort. So we're under the lights at Frankfort. You guys are seeing what we're seeing, and I'm leaving it on this image of Billy Clark and Ethan Buell looking at each other because I love that. That is such a that's wrestling.
That's a stare down right
there. That is a UFC, MMA, professional wrestling. Stare down, getting ready for WrestleMania. It's Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant squaring off in Piper's Pit back in 1987. But it's cool. This is your second time under the lights. Are you feeling the same way that you felt the first time, or the nerves still there?
The nerves are always there. I mean, like I said, anything can happen.
Right.
I mean, a guy can come out and catch you in something. I mean, anything can happen. But it's the environment that really gets to you. You know, we've got our Woodford fans going crazy, which is always good, and we need more of. But then you've got everybody around you booing you.
And Woodford County wins the team title this year. And looking at the score, I believe you guys were way out ahead. So I pretty
We
much
set a record. I think we won after the quarterfinal round.
okay. So everybody pretty much knows Woodford has won the team title. So you're already, you're already going to get booed because of Woodford, and then you're going to get double booed because
I'm from Woodford.
you're in the finals and you've already won the team title. Like, give somebody else a chance, for crying out loud. But we of course we got the face off, we got the match, the award ceremony, and we have a little something special that I didn't tell you about at the end of it. I'm going to show you. So let's do it. So run out from behind where the practice mat is.
Yeah.
This is Ethan coming out first.
And then Brandon's coming up now.
Or not, I'm Brandon. I'm sorry, Brandon. Yeah, my bad. I was thinking of Ethan Buell. Here you come. Just a real quick handshake.
That's all I do.
Got the blonde hair again.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if this is the KHSAA version of what, but the camera is standing here looking at these guys. I'm not sure, if he finally moves, the cameraman finally moves. There we go. Here we go. Now, had anything changed about your wrestling
Never changed anything.
from your junior to senior to stay the same?
Modified some stuff. I'm going for more of an underhook right here, but I'm still controlling tie-up.
Right.
Not trying to headlock, do all that stuff. See, I still keep my post on my right hand, moving
Right.
my right hand, switch, double,
Get your
bam.
two.
Yeah. I mean, just controlling the match,
Mm-hmm.
but I burnt myself out in this match.
Did you?
Not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah. First, so should be going Shirella right here. Got an arm bar already. So should be already having him turned, but I don't. Just using too much muscle.
I was gonna say,
and
you're-
draining myself.
Good lift.
Yeah. Just draining myself.
He was introducing his head to the mat a few
running
times.
running arm bar the whole time. So let him go, and I do something silly, I think, here in a minute. But still defense,
Right.
keeping the head down,
Headlock, or front headlock.
front headlock, trying to slide by, but I think I kind of gassed myself out in the emotion already. So I'm
And-
standing straight up when I should be pulling him down right now.
Chris Dunn in his 1999 video, he was talking about, he probably could have pinned in the first period, but he still wanted his to end. He's like, I
Yeah.
don't want it to end.
So he hits me with a barrel roll right there.
Yep.
See?
Yep. Oh,
He doesn't get two yet, but I lose my position.
same thing. I'm sure you probably got a big family.
Look, cross wrist, spin
Oh, yeah.
behind, right there. Try to go for it. Give him two because I don't get my hips turned the right
Yep.
way. So
There
I
it
give him
is,
two.
two.
So, I mean, like I said, anything can happen in a
Mm-hmm.
finals match. Under the lights like this, anything can happen. So I give up two at the end of the first period.
So it's 3-2.
Yep.
It's your choice. You defer without even thinking about
Yep.
it.
Not even a question.
And he's going to take down. You can hear the Woodford County. A lot of family, a lot of friends there, I guess, this
Oh,
time
yeah.
too. Trying for like a
I had suck back.
like
I was
reverse,
going for it, yeah. But now I've got him right here. I'm trying to go for locking up the arm, getting wrist control.
referee. I can see the referee's telling you, keep it straight, keep it straight.
Yeah, I didn't want to. So now I'm throwing doubles in, getting the hips up, trying to, create elevation, and then go for my chicken wing or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going straight back to the ball and chain. There we go. Rip it up. Now we're going wrist control. Shirella.
There it is, one.
Up, stack him. No, didn't get it.
Just this.
But I've got control here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you
I'm
got.
I'm trying to work. But he's not doing anything. So he's kind of figured out what my game plan is on top.
Right.
I mean, he knows this because I did it to him at the South Oldham tournament. just dominated on top. So now he's learning how to get up and out. And,
All right, we're out. So he's down still.
you know,
And I don't know who these referees are. If you know who the referees are, put them into the comments. All right, optional start. Was that?
yeah, just trying to switch things up.
Oh, St. X crowd's into it now.
Oh yeah, they had a huge crowd.
They 2001 they won the team title.
They won in 2001.
And +2 St. X has Isaac.
So see, now I'm trying to,
Yeah.
run the risk and all that. And so he's just kind of laying there. I thought some stalling should have been called on him, but because I'm working the whole time. But, is what it is. So now he comes up, lace, boom.
Yep. Nice.
That should have been 2 in my opinion, but I get nothing. So we've got about, so he gets 1 instead of me getting 2.
Right. Oh yeah, that was. Whew.
Yeah, so. And then I do something silly here in a little bit.
End of the period. It's your
Yeah.
choice.
Down for sure.
Going down.
And I bust my knee up here in a little bit.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
He's hands on his head. He's
Yeah.
he's tired.
I'm ready to go. I'm gonna get up and out.
So is it what 3-3?
I'm not sure at this point. I know I'm gonna get up, hips out, circle around, switch. Should have been 2 right there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So that's now 4 points that I missed out on. But I'm right back to the center.
Yeah. Part of being about refereeing wrestling is you gotta be patient with your calls sometime.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happens, man.
Right.
I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't. That's the
Oh,
move.
oh,
that's
oh,
yeah.
what?
That's the silly move I did. I tried to step over to a duck, and it didn't happen.
Oh my.
So he's got me locked up here. So now I'm in fight mode. He's trying to cradle me up.
Yep. He's trying to rock it.
Yep. Now
Gotta
I'm
break
gonna
it.
roll through.
No points yet.
Half
Good
Nelson.
job. Way to fight right there.
But he right back down. Now right here, he shoots, I sprawl, and pretty sure that's where my knee hits the mat, just dead on my left knee. Shoots right here. And it just my knee hits the mat the wrong way, and
Uh-oh.
doesn't feel good. Boom,
Oh, yep.
right there. So I've got him beat out. He's not going to get taken down, but I'm hurting her. Little
Nice.
knee tap,
Knee tap. Spin
Go
behind.
behind. 2,
2.
but that hurt.
You got
So when
Coach
we go back
Clark's
to the
and
yeah,
Coach
so when we
Carr.
go back to the center right here, I'm hurt. Like,
Oh, yeah, I can see you.
I mean, it's
All right.
wrestling, it's sport. I mean,
You're gonna take injury time.
that's one of the first times I've ever taken an injury time out.
Really.
Yep.
And the crowd's not having it.
No, well they won't
No,
have it.
I
with
know.
Woodford County.
I'm just.
So, but it's it is what it is. I mean,
So
we go back and Coach Carr told me during that break. He said, "Your go-to." So it's high crotch right there.
yeah,
Bam.
nothing,
around.
nothing yet. Nothing yet.
2 right there.
2.
Then I think I get 2 on a near fall. So I'm only up by 1 right now. But I still go back to my arm bar.
He's trying to get out of bounds.
Yeah, see, fleeing the mat now would be a point on him.
Yep.
But, rules have changed. I just try to hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Is all I'm trying to do. So I got back points right there.
Yep.
There's a little X in the throat cut.
Yep.
Or probably a little too much, but that was a good match. Like I said, I mean, the guy came back after
8
having
to
us
7.
wrestle, but he came back at the state tournament and had a very, very close match. I mean, that's all you can do is adapt and overcome. And that's what this sport's about.
Yep.
Is figuring out where your problem is and how to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
And this has the medal ceremony. Need to get back to having a podium at the state tournament.
They need to get back to having a spotlight, man.
Spotlight,
I mean,
all that.
Having a smaller venue and
Yep.
like the crowd just being on top of each
I mean,
other.
look, you can see how much
It's
I mean,
packed.
it's filled. Kaleva was his name from Kaleva, from Eastern. Is that name Tommy Hammer? That might be the best wrestler.
Gabbard.
Gabber.
He
Oh,
was
that's a
from,
Hammer.
I think Oldham County. It's Ben Hines
Yep.
from Campbell.
Ben has to wrestle Jacob Merton in 2004, I believe.
Okay.
Whew.
That's who gave me the biggest, in my opinion, from Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
He came out of nowhere and scared the crap out of me.
So there you are, man. You still kind of hobbling on your knee a little bit.
It was bad. I mean, you know, the emotions are running.
Oh, yeah.
You're not hurting that bad, but the next couple days I was pretty lame.
I can believe that.
So,
There you are on top of the world again, second time, two-time state champion,
yeah.
adding to the Woodford County legacy. Now there is something else that's on here. This has the team award.
Oh yeah.
I thought it'd be pretty cool to add in. And you know, all the guys on the, you know, being a senior.
Yep. That's what we were looking for.
Yep. Got Coach Parks and Coach Carr there, a couple other guys.
Yeah.
Never could talk Rusty into dyeing his hair blonde.
No, we couldn't talk anybody into dyeing their hair blonde unless they were a wrestler. It was just one of the things we did back in the day.
Yeah. And I've been holding up the number one.
Yeah. That was my main thing. Was that year was I was wanting to win a team title.
Right.
My freshman and sophomore year, didn't wrestle varsity, but we were team champions.
Mm-hmm.
My junior year, I won an individual title, but we were not team champions.
And
so
then,
I didn't care what I placed this year.
hang on, this was also in the footage. I think every team breaks it down this way. State champs. Nobody breaks it down state runner-up or third place. Everybody wants to break it down, and it's cool to be on the podium with the team trophy. You know, end of the season, you could say, "We done it.
I was a part of that.
We done it." So we've watched both your matches now. 2001, 2002. Did anything jog? Anything play back differently than what you may have?
A lot of it. I mean, there's things now that I look back on where I'm coaching now that I can point out a whole lot of things that I did wrong. But it just, you know, enjoying the team camaraderie, being a part of the Woodford County system. You know, not too many people can say that they were coached by Coach Carr.
Right.
And you look at the Carr name. Now you've got Rusty Parks also.
Yeah.
I coach with his nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Two great names
Yep.
around Kentucky and nationally that people, when you say their names, they say, "You were coached by them?"
Mm-hmm. And
yes, I was.
it's so, you know, we got with Coach Parks and Coach Carr for Michael Jackson's 2000 memorial, and we also have Coach Parks and Coach Carr do a 138-pound state finals from 1969, of course, and you know those guys are closer to 1969 wrestling than we are, and it's great to get their insight. You know, Coach Carr's from Pennsylvania, Coach Parks wrestled in Kentucky, wrestled at Lafayette, and it's good to get, you know, their insight on it from, you know, their experience as a wrestler, as a coach, and you know being, I guess, away from, you know, the everyday grind. Of course, Coach Carr has Carr Academy. Coach Parks is involved with FCA Kentucky. He still does he's still active. You still see him at state tournaments and just state duels and all that. So it's good to get, you know, their views, get them on the channel, let people that know who they are, wrestled for them. Say, hey, you know, Dad wrestled for, you know, Big Brother wrestled, Grandpa wrestled for these guys. and I want to make you into what they made me into. I want you to be a better wrestler than Dad ever was. Right. And you can see in the background there's all kind of toys and everything here. You have a 4-year-old, correct?
Yep.
What's his name?
Michael Cade.
Michael Cade. And earlier he was here, wrestling around. I think Mom took him out to shopping. That way we can do the videos. But somebody brought this up in the video, and I want to start asking, especially men that are dads. 2-time state champion. Backstage you were nervous, and there's in the music video for Kenny Chesney's "The Boys Have Followed the Football" video, the Saints coach is giving a speech to his former high school team. And he's like, these Friday nights are special. You only get so many of them. Enjoy them. You'll get that feeling that you get coming out onto the football field Friday nights, but you don't get it as often. You won't get it every Friday night. You'll get it when you get married, when you get your first big career, when you buy your first house. When somebody asks you about, was you more nervous wrestling in the state finals, or like your wife comes to you, honey, it's time to go to the hospital?
Oh, time to go to the hospital.
I guarantee.
We had it scheduled, but it was still just,
Yeah.
But it's, the happiest moment of my life. I can't wait till my son can get on the mat and wrestle, and do all this. And I try to help out. We've got our youth program, we got middle school programs, we got high school programs that we're still running. I love seeing kids come through wrestling in general. Mm-hmm. Because it's such a sport that teaches you different life aspects. Mm-hmm. Whether it be hard work, dedication, discipline, anything. Yep. Wrestling, in my opinion, teaches all the way around more than any other sport.
It does. There's no question about that. And, couple, like earlier in the other video, maybe in a couple years when he starts, wrestling, hey, this was Dad. Yeah. Maybe not now, like George King said, maybe not now, but, Dad could do it.
Yeah.
Dad could do it. And
used to could.
And, Jeff Fox said used to could. And, show the medals and stuff. Hey, Dad's got 2 of these. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do what Dad does as long as you have fun.
Yeah, that's my thing. And I teach all my youth wrestlers. We play dodgeball. Yep. We play tag, snake, whatever you want to call it. Yep. We have fun. We get kids interested in the sport. They learn little by little. And then, as they get older, you figure out if that's something they want to do or not want to do. But you get them hooked, if you will, by having fun.
We'll end it by saying this year at the state tournament at George Rogers Clark, they had the 4 mats down in the gym, and then in the auxiliary gym they had 2 practice mats. And you talk about like dodgeball, they call it, I think it's a tiger tail or wolf tail, like you put your shirt behind in your shorts, you got to pull it out and all that. The KHSAA is going to be looking, I guarantee it, adding dodgeball, the tiger tails, whatever it's, and like the slam ball, because there was kids, but they were high schoolers back there getting ready to wrestle against each other in the state finals, back there on the same team playing,
having a good warm up.
The slam ball on the same team, like you getting ready to wrestle each other, and they're back there playing slam ball like it was no big deal. I'm like, my goodness,
it's just having a good time and camaraderie.
Exactly.
That's that's what the sport's all about.
And I don't know, Michael Jackson's mother, Debbie talks about in the video. She takes him to the WCI, and he's before she realized that they're on a break, and he's down there with some kid he didn't even know, just wrestling, just going at it. And I was like, that happens so many times at wrestling. Kids will come with somebody, or they're there to watch somebody, and the next thing you know, they're on the mat, and they're just wanting to have fun. They're wanting to be out there with people I don't even know wrestling. And maybe, I'm not saying maybe never see each other again, but maybe from a school, from out of state, and they're just out there having fun. And, just getting them, like I said, getting them hooked, getting kids interested at an early age to where they're around their friends. They are wrestling, for their school, but they have such a connection to their coach, or have connection to their friends. They don't want to let their friends down. They don't want to let their coaches down. They want to win the individual title for themselves, for the school, the team title, and all that. But also, they won't be with their friends.
Yeah, he's making new friends. Yep. You're building a relationship with other communities. Like you said, my kid might make a friend with a kid from Oldham County or Union County, or somebody that they meet at a tournament. They're out there having fun, but they're still learning, progressing, and learning this fine sport.
And unlike what you and Nick Chafin was able to do talk trash, back in. Now they can send TikToks to each other, and
that's what we do.
Send TikToks and Instagrams and all that to each other. Trash talking. I'm gonna tech follow you. No, you're not. Whatever. All right, I think that's a good place to end. Thank you, man, for having me at your beautiful home here in Versailles. Great addition to the channel. This is video number 102 for the series. So we started the series in January, mid-January. It's the first part. It's Labor Day Monday, 2022. And we filmed 102 videos. If you have a year that I don't, you guys are seeing the list that I have. If you have a year that I don't have, please send it to me so we can meet with more guys like Tyler, do more videos. People like Michael Jackson have passed away, do memorial videos. We just want to be able to have an archive of as many state championship rounds videos as we possibly can. That way we know where they are. We know they're going to be used, and we can get more content out to you guys and tell more stories and just be able to put Kentucky wrestling further. Right now, Kentucky wrestling is the hottest thing on YouTube. There's the analytics prove it, the search results prove it, the watch time, and it's all because of you guys. I'm the one behind, doing all the legwork, I guess. But it's you guys watching, you guys sharing, you guys hooking me up with gentlemen like this, hooking me up with families like Richard Brown's and Michael Jackson's family, Coach Carr, Coach Parks, all this legends of Kentucky wrestling that are wanting to be a part of this. They see what's going on, and they respect what I'm doing, what the channel represents, and they just want to put Kentucky wrestling further and further and further out ahead of everybody else. Because I can tell you, right now, Kentucky wrestling's king. There's no other way to say it. On YouTube, Kentucky wrestling is king. And I love to be able to say that it's a community. It's not anything Alex Green's done. It's not just what one school, one person. It's a community. It's from Fulton County to Phelps, from Kenton County all the way down to Wayne County and everything. All 120 counties, all the schools, all the teams, club teams, coaches, guys that wrestled, families that are contributing to this series. I can't say thank you enough. So here's to 322. Here's to 1,002 videos, because we're just, as Mark Stoops said when we beat South Carolina in 2014, we're just getting started, bro. We'll see you guys on the mats.